Wolfman. This movie was, well, a movie, I guess? Before we dive in, this is a spoiler-free review, even though if you've seen the trailers, you'll pretty much seen the movie, but I will reference the trailer slightly. Now, let's get started. I'll try to keep this one short, not because I don't want you all here, but because there's not too much to say really. But let's start off with some backstory. This Wolfman is a reboot of the 2010 film, which was a critical and commercial flop. That movie was itself a reboot of the 1941 classic, The Wolfman, which was a major success. This new movie was supposed to be a part of Universal's Dark Universe, and you know how amazing that's been. And originally, this was announced back in 2014. This film spent years in development hell, swapping actors and directors like musical chairs. At one point, Ryan Gosling and even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson were rumored for the lead. Now, can you imagine The Rock as the Wolfman? With his no-lose clause, he probably wouldn't even allow himself to transform because that'd count as a loss. And The Rock doesn't lose to anybody, period. Anyways, after all that, the movie finally landed its cast and director in 2023, and now here we are. And unfortunately, you can feel the chaos of its production in the final film. The movie is just a jumbled mess of half-baked ideas stitched together, ultimately amounting to nothing. The story is just a series of random events, and the characters are forgettable. Anytime the movie teases a moment of genuine connection or intrigue, it immediately drops it. And it's frustrating because if the script had spent more time developing these moments, the movie could have been so much better. But let's talk about what you're really here for, the Wolfman scenes. And honestly, they were underwhelming. The movie builds a lot of tension early on, but is completely gone by a halfway point. The big reveal and transformation feels, well, lackluster. There's this one scene involving his transformation that's grotesque and just creepy, and it makes you squirm, but that impact is ruined by bad writing choices. And don't get me started on the attempt at a full circle moment. It just comes off as cringy rather than clever. Overall, Wolfman is just a rushed, incoherent mess that wastes its potential. It's the kind of movie that could have been condensed into a 15-minute YouTube short, and I know plenty of YouTubers who could have done a better version of this movie. And that's a real tragedy because Christopher Abbott is genuinely phenomenal and he plays his role so well, and there are interesting ideas here, but those ideas are just squandered. So yeah, this movie is casually forgettable. But I want to hear from you. Have you seen Wolfman? Are you planning to? Was it an entertaining reboot, or should they have left this one in the dark? Let's discuss it all in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, let's keep it casual.